Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Sing it with me. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. I love this part right here. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. And even when I can't see it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 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 Praise the Lord this morning. Let's get us some shout on this morning. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I watched the news yesterday. I'm not going to do that no more. I felt so down after I watched it, so I'm just not going to watch it no more. Just not going to do it. Just not going to do it. How are you guys this morning? I know, haven't answered one single comment in a week. I read every one of them as they come in. But I haven't answered any because I've had my hands full with Maw Maw Luv and with the grandkids and with Mother's Day. And I have a husband and I have a house to keep clean. Yeah. And I used to work full time and do all that. No, I didn't take care of Mother then. So, my goal, we shall see. My goal, already had a shower, washed my hair. Like I said, I just didn't fix it. No makeup, got my Lancome on. I'm telling you, probably everybody's faces has improved since they've been home. Kelly Clarkson was doing her show from home the other day without a stitch of makeup on. I love that girl. I love that girl. I haven't even watched American Idol this year because these kids grew up watching it, training for it. Not that that's bad, but I just don't feel like it's the raw talent anymore. A lot of them have already been singing places and all that, so some of them are semi-professional, if not professional already. It's just different than when Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood did it, because it was raw talent. But Kelly Clarkson, I love that she's just her. She's just, you know, I don't watch daytime TV. If I watch anything, it's YouTube, but a lot of people have not been posting stuff on YouTube. A lot of content has gone down because we're in a pandemic. Some people just don't feel like doing it. Some people just can't get out and have the content they usually have. So, yeah, mostly what I watch is real people just like me. And so, but anyway, one woman told me on one of my comments, said, you changed subjects 7 times. I know. You must be new to this channel, because I'm Queen of the Squirrel. I'm Queen of the Squirrel. That's what I do best, is change subjects. It's hard to carry on a one-way conversation, but I can squirrel on people also in real life. And then one of you said, you have a song for everything. I do. I've been doing that my whole life. I have less songs in my repertoire right now than I ever have because my memory's getting worse and I'm getting older. But I do. Let's see, what else have y'all said this week or the past few weeks? I chuckle a lot with y'all. On a serious note, and I haven't got to comment back to you, somebody respectfully, and she used the word respectfully, disagreed with me, and that's the respectful way to disagree with somebody. that closing your church doors was not, that you can't simply abide by the law of the land, like the Bible says, because if you do, you're agreeing with other things that many Christians disagree with, such as abortion and same-sex marriage. I get your point. Said her church had never shut its door in New York, and that had no cases. Well, it was crucial that we shut our doors. Well, let me just say, I see what you're saying to a certain degree. We had 11 that we know of. That's not counting me or other people. We had 11 cases of COVID in our church. I don't know what our attendance is. 800 to 1,000, maybe. I don't know. We just don't post it. I don't keep up with it. I've been there 40 years. Just not a thing with me. But we had one dear lady in our church that was our youth pastor and choir director for 45 years. She almost died. She came so close to death. And so it was crucial that our church close the doors and separate for a while. March the 18th and the 15th, the last 2 Sundays that before churches closed, we think she already had it, and that's during the time that I was so sick too. So I understand that you can't completely go by the law of the land because there are laws put in place that goes against our Christian morals. I understand that. But our pastor, and he has never said, I'm abiding by the law of the land. He said, I am abiding by what our governor has asked us to do. And they felt it was crucial because we had several cases and somebody almost to die. But we've been doing online services every Sunday, every Wednesday night, and then we've been doing drive-in service on Sunday nights. And one Wednesday night we had a drive-in service. So we've been, and pastors on Facebook every day. And of course, I know everybody doesn't have Facebook, but he's been sending out emails. People have been texting each other, checking on them and everything. So I understand what you're saying, but I think that we can't criticize anybody for staying open or closing. And you were not criticizing me. I know that. You said respectfully disagreed with me, and that's the way to disagree with somebody. But I think it's a church by church basis, and I think that, pastor said to us, I've had to evaluate. He's been keeping up. We had a family of 3 that every one of them had it. And so he's just been very, very cautious. So that's some of the things y'all have said to me. I was trying to think if there was anything else. But we are having church at 9 and 10:30 this Sunday. You have to sign up. The 10:30 service is already full. It will be online. There will be a lot of our older people. John and I are going at 9. There will be a lot of older people that will not go, that will probably wait a couple of more weeks before they go. And just to be on the extreme safe side for them, because we have had, sickness in our church congregation. I'll insert some video in here. Mother called me yesterday and said, I don't feel good. And I said, well, what's wrong, Mom? And let me just say this. And of course, she doesn't see these unless I show them to her. My mother, for the first time in her 93 years, is discontent. She can't see enough to crochet. She can't see enough to do her crossword puzzles. She can't see good enough to read. So all she's got right now is the TV. And you know as well as I do, the TV can drive you crazy after a while. But it is a saving source for her. So her company and her TV is all she's got. She doesn't have a friend that she can call on the phone and chit-chat about life and about troubles and solutions. And she doesn't have that friend. Hasn't. Now, she does have one sister remaining. And I'll insert some video at the end. We actually went by her house yesterday. I'm telling you what all I did with her. And she's 80. Let's see. There's 93. She's 87. And she was out working in her flowers. That's the kind of hard workers these women have been. And Mother was still driving at 88. But my mother and my Aunt Joyce are close, but they're not the Gabby type on the telephone, okay? Just never have been. They've been busy raising their families. So you have those special friends that talk on the telephone with you. You know what I'm saying? You have those kind of friends. And Mother's last friend like that, this June, will either be 5 or 6 years that my Aunt Betty passed away and Mother lost that. So my mother is discontent. So all she has right now is her loved ones coming by and seeing her and her TV. That was my John boy calling. He's at another campus of the college, and he was like, hey, I don't want to aggravate you, but I was just checking to see if you watered the flowers. Yes, I did. Yay me! I just forget it sometimes. So, but anyway, so she called me yesterday. Mother called me yesterday and said, I don't feel good. And I was telling you about how she makes up her bed. And I said, well, what's wrong, Mother? I don't know. I just don't feel right at all. I've never felt this way before. And I said, well, I'll be up there in a few minutes. No, I'm just going to go lay in bed. And I said, well, haven't you made your bed up? She said, yes, but I can unmake it. I was like, okay. Never known of her to go back and lay in the bed. She lays on the couch. So I sat there for a little while and I talked to Ashley, and she said she didn't feel right in her head. And so anyway, I sat there for a little while and I thought, I might as well get ready and go on up there, because I can't, because I was going later. We'd had a big day Sunday, and when I have a big day and cook and stuff like that, it's slow for me. Mornings are, I've told y'all so many times, mornings are hard for me. So, I just got ready and went on up there. And so I carried my keys, and well, I have her keys to her house on my key ring. So I didn't even knock. I just unlocked her door and went in there, and she came out of the bedroom, and she seemed to be fairly good. And I said, how are you feeling? I'm okay. And so I took her blood pressure, and it was like, it was good. I don't remember exactly what it was, 140 something over 80, which they pretty much want her in the 140s, and Ashley says that's to keep the heart pumping real good and everything. So I sat down and wrote out a couple of bills that had come in, and I said, well, Mama, what do you think? I just don't know. I'm just tired, she said. I'm tired. Well, and when she says it that way, I know she's not saying I'm tired physically. She's tired. She's just tired. And another thing, all these 37 years that she's lived by herself, it'd be 37 this year, I've never heard her say I'm bored, because she's always been able to. We're kind of the kind of people that, I'm the same way. I've got all kind of stuff that I do. I'm content, and I do things, and that's the same way it's been for her. So, I said, well, why don't you go put on some clothes, and why don't we go riding around? Her other favorite thing to do now. I mean, that's basically all we can do with her. She hasn't been in a store since all the pandemic stuff started. And so she said, well, that kind of sounds good. And I said, well, I thought it might. And I said, just put you on some clothes. And me and Dana both take her riding around. Well, honey, we ended up taking a about 2.5 hour trip. I drove her all the way up. It's called Huntsville, Alabama, where there's a big community college. We were just riding the back roads, and we ended up there. So we went through Dairy Queen. She was hungry, and we went through Dairy Queen, and then we went on this community college's well, shoot, I can't even talk. Went on this community college's campus, and they had some beautiful wrought iron picnic tables out there, and I said, let's go and eat out here. So we get our food. Well, it was in the 60s, and the wind was blowing, and she's like, dang, this is cold. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are I can't make you happy. And we were dying laughing because it was cold. But I like to blame it on her, So we get back in the car. So I'll insert the footage here that we sent to Ashley. Guess what we're doing? Tell them what we're doing.
We're eating.
Where? We're having a picnic.
I don't know.
In the car. Because the picnic table. Beautiful picnic table. Hold on. Picnic table sitting right there. It's cold as crowd out there. So tell them where we are.
Suzanne, if I would, if I knew where.
We're at Wallace State Community College.
Yeah.
Having a dadgum picnic. Because we're ignorant. We ain't got nothing else better to do.
Hey, you're at your lowest when you do stuff like that.
And we're having a picnic when there's a pandemic and there's no students on campus. Of course, that allows me to park long ways in the vertical parking places. So, everything in life is good right now. Except we're in the middle of a pandemic. And I'm having to ask her if the sandwich we're eating, a grilled chicken sandwich, if it's good because I can't taste it. But other than that, life's great.
Don't keep it from making you fat.
Thank you, Mother. Me and her both, our bellies are expanding. All
right,
so we're having fun with a picnic.
Tell her we're making her belly bigger.
Yeah. So we had a good time. We had a picnic in the car at another community college. And so, anyway, we rode back around. I had to get back to, well, I was heading back to get my car in the shop. And so we rode by my aunt's house that, you know, she hadn't really got to see during the pandemic. And lo and behold, she's out in the yard, 87 years old, pulling weeds and working on her flowers. And so we stopped and hollered at her. And she said, "Oh, y'all've got to get out." So I said, "Mother, she's been quarantined. You've been quarantined." You know, so we got out and sat in the swing. And so I have to show you, I think I did a little bit of a video or a picture here. So I'll show you these two hoots that are left. It's like a horse neighing when you did that. Here we go.
Don't get me while I'm snotting.
I'll have to send this to Deb. She's been missing y'all. She wrote me the other day. So y'all tell Deb, hey, I'll send her some video. I got this on video.
I think it was night 4, and last night, not 4 hours. I think it I had the phone rung, and she had tried to call me. People can't ever get me because I'm out here farting around. And so I was laying there, and I heard the phone said, "Deb, Deb
Kitchens.
Kitchen." I jumped up like somebody shot me, and you answered the phone, and it was her. And we just had the best time.
Oh, good. Well, I got them out here that were unquarantined. But listen, if they're not both safe, they ain't neither one of them been anywhere. So they've quit. Hey, Deb, they've quit all their honky tonking. They're not doing that. They're not going to
I quit running after men.
Yeah, Mother's quit going to the VFW. So I think they're safe. So I thought I'd send you a little video of them. But these are the only two ones left out of my mother's family. It's my Aunt Joyce. And so they just had a good time. They had a good time. And so I was like, guys, we stayed there about an hour and a half. So I was out all day with her yesterday. So you see how my days are going. So please be forgiving when I don't get videos up, and you may get tired of these car chats. I don't know. If you do, just tell me. Tired of the car chats, you know, but I don't know. I share my life with you, and I know how much y'all love Maw Maw Luv. And hey, Lucy Leach, I didn't go by your house today. I think I know which one it is. So, but when I was riding around the other day talking to y'all, Lucy said, "You went right by my house." Lucy, coffee date, even though I don't drink a lot of coffee. But we're going to meet at the coffee shop or something when the pandemic's over. But she said, "I saw my house. You went right by my house." I know exactly where it is. I just don't know which house it is. Is it the one with the great big rock chimney on the front of it? You'll have to tell me if that's the one. So anyway, but I'm going, okay, and the reason I'm going to Mother's, I got to be there, it's 11, I'm going to get there in just a minute, is because we're having a video doctor's appointment at 11:30. Wonder how much that's going to cost insurance. I talked to him. She has a UTI. She's on medicine. I've got it fixed in her medicine tray. And so I really don't even know. This was a regular scheduled appointment that we were having. So I really don't even know what the purpose of this is, other than him signing it up and making money off of it. I don't know. So I feel like that mother's going to keep having the UTIs. I think they're going to get well. Her kidney function's down to about 35%, something like that. So it's another gorgeous drop. We've had some of the most beautiful weather, and there's a lot of stuff in the air. You can probably hear it. I'm a little stopped up, and still can't taste or smell. 11 weeks yesterday. So I've got to call an ENT and get checked out. My ENT has retired. He's way on the other side of Birmingham. So I'm going to contact one a little closer and see if I can get in and let them check to see if maybe I have sinus blockage. You know, I don't know. So here I go on the bumpy driveway. As y'all can tell, my mother lives back off the road a good bit by the length of this driveway. What is you doing? Come see your sister. Come see your sister. Come see your sister. I was going to ask you, did you get dressed to go to the doctor?
Did I get what?
Hold on.
I didn't get dressed. I thought I was gonna do it.
I said, did you get dressed to go to the doctor?
To where the phone can see me?
I was teasing with you.
Huh?
I was teasing with you. I'll make sure
You
you...
think I'm a big idiot.
No, I was going to make sure...
And you ain't far from right.
I was going to make sure you had your gown off, though, at least.
I put this morning it was cold in here, and before I got warmed up, and I put these pants on.
Yeah.
I have had them on before this shit, but it's still a little stuffy.
Turn your fan on, Mary Faye.
Okay.
What is you doing? See, I get so excited. Well, I just left Maw's, and I didn't even record anything because we did the doctor's visit on my telephone, so I didn't record anything, but he was an hour late contacting us. Yeah, we don't have nothing else to do. Just appointment was at 11:30 and he called at 12:25. And he's a nice guy. I do like it. I sat beside her on the couch so I could hold the phone up, and I'd say, "Look at him, Mama. He's talking to you," because I'd have that on her, and she'd be looking off and all this. He gets so tickled at her, and she told him, she said, "I'm just full of it." And she said, "I'm not going to tell you what the it is." And he started dying laughing. I said, "He knows, and I know what it is." Oh, he giggles at her. He tells her, he said, "You're doing good. You're doing." I know I'm not. I'm wearing out. I'm old. I'm worn out. So she's just fussing with him on the telephone. So, but anyway, I hope to go home and be productive. Is it hard for y'all if you leave and when you go back home to really be motivated? It's hard for me. I like to do what I'm going to do and then have any appointments in the afternoon. I like to do that. So, anyway, but it can't be helped. But, so I was there right at 2 hours. And she said, "Well, I wished you just wouldn't go." She said, "Can you not stay?" And I said, "Well, Mama, I stayed with you all day yesterday, and I know just rips my heart out. That's hard on me, hard on me, hard on me, hard on me." Anyway, I hope to go home, and I've got one lesson ready to teach, and I'm hoping to at least get that on there. We shall see, won't we? We shall see. I probably need to go to the small grocery store and get something for supper, but just so tired of cooking. I'm tired of the eating. I'm tired of being inside. And then this doctor, he is a kidney specialist. He told me to still be careful with her. He said, because with everything opening up, he said there's going to be another surge in coronavirus cases. I said, "Really? Do you think so?" He said, "Oh yeah, I do." And I said, "So do you think that we're opening America up too soon?" And he said, "It's hard." He said, "But I do think we're going to see a surge." So pretty much he's saying yes. And I said, but Dr. Sagusa, people are going to be losing their houses and their cars. They're, you know, if they don't have any way of making a living. And he said, oh, I know. He said, there are no simple answers. So, that's concerning. I don't know. Just got to trust in God, haven't we? The way maker, the miracle worker, the promise keeper. Even when we can't see him working, he's working. So, anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I think I've talked about everything today. I, like you, am so ready for things to get back. And are they going to get back? We may be looking, I think we're looking at a whole different normal. So, you just don't know. Uncertain times, but a certain God. A God that has certainty with him. So, I got my boys tomorrow. So that'll be a long day tomorrow. And then maybe Thursday and Friday I can do something for Suzanne. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. We'll see. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed in the Lord. John 10:10 says that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. But he says, I come that you can have life and have it more abundantly. And I pray abundant life over every one of you this very day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.